And hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time of day it is where you are right now. My name is Peace Ubuagu Abaim, and I'm your host on the weekly regular Talk Peace Live show. And it's another beautiful Thursday here in the city of Lagos, Nigeria. And I'm here to bring you another scintillating, exciting, inspiring, and educative show. Okay, so beginning from last week, we started discussing about real estate. What is real estate? If you were here with me last week, you probably have heard Mr. Festus Adedopo dish out on what real estate is and how you too can cut a slice of the cake, figuratively, but of course, literally, how you can also be a part of the real estate business and how you can make it in the business. So, like I told us last week, we have a 4 weeks marathon session on real estate. Okay, so I'm going to be having about okay, we're having a guest today, and after her, we'll be having two other successive weeks of discussing the real estate business. But before we dive in, let me quickly ask you, where are you watching from? Can you see me? If you're live, I'd like you to drop a comment in the comment section or just, like the post. Give me the thumbs up, which is a like, and then give me the heart shape, the care, the wow if you're wowed by what I'm doing, but never the sad face and never the angry face, like I always say. Okay, so who's with me? Who's watching with me? I'm having a big guest today, and she cannot come to an empty auditorium, even though it's virtual. We need to have some engagement. So if you're joining the live, I'd like you to take one more step by clicking on your share button. It's on your device, whatever device you're watching with. Just click on the share button to take you just a minute or two. Share on your wall, on your profile, and let's have as many as we can join this live. Okay, so like I began to say, last week was really, really amazing. We had Mr. Festus Adedopo, and he shared on why he chose the P1 group, which is, like I said, the topmost player in the real estate business, especially here in Nigeria. And he explained that they spread their tentacles to other parts of the world. And they're selling real estate in the USA, in the United States of America. They're selling real estate in other parts of the world. And he explained why P1 was your go-to place if you wanted to really buy quality property that you wouldn't have to drag with anyone, especially the people we call omonile in this part of the world. Okay, so you wouldn't want their, land people who own the land grabbers, land agitators, so to speak. Okay, so if you do not want to have issues with omonile at all, you want to deal directly with P1 who have helped to sort that aspect of the business, that aspect of the engaging your property buying or selling. Okay, so this week we're going to be having a beautiful lady. She'll be joining me shortly. Ambassador Doyinsola Kolush. I hope I pronounced that correctly, but if I didn't, as soon as she comes in, she's going to tell us exactly how her surname is pronounced. But I think I got it right. It's a privilege, really, to be sharing this space with her today because I met her once, and then that one meeting, I left feeling like, who's this person? She came with this enigmatic air, but simple lady, elegant, but simply elegant. Elegance in simplicity. That's how I'm going to put it. But brilliant. Trust me, very brilliant. You know that she knows her onions, what she's talking about. And I learned she is making it big in the real estate business. So if you were to learn, if you were to go far in the business, who better to coach you than Ambassador Doyinsola Kolush? So I'm going to be waiting to see her join us. As soon as she does, I'm going to be bringing her up. Okay, so what are you doing? I yet to get comments in the comment section. I'd like you to drop your comments. I'd like you to say something. Did you join last week? If you did, what did you learn? If you did not, we sent out the links to for you to catch up on the show. Did you at any point click on that link and did you do a recap? I've actually met people who said to me, I may not be able to join in on your live because at that time I'm at work, which is understandable. But then that I do catch up much later, and that's really encouraging because you know that you're not just doing this for the sake of coming, like I used to say in the past, I don't just come to show my pretty face. I do believe that for each person that this show touches, it's enough because you know you just need one person most times, really, because you don't know who or what contacts that one person can have. So for each person who comes up to me or calls me or drops me a text to say, you're doing a good job, it's enough to keep me going. It's enough to keep me going. So I want to appreciate each and every one of you. Take out this time to say thank you for all the encouraging words. I want to say thank you for being there with me. Okay, so while we wait for Ambassador Doyinsola, yeah, what is happening where you are right now? Where are you watching from? What part of the world are you watching from? And what is actually going on there right now? What's happening? What's happening? What is the economic situation? What is the weather situation? Because I know there are parts of the world that there are extreme weather conditions right now, be it heat, fires, the cold. Yeah, there are some regions that experience cold back to back. You know, so they never run out of they never run out of cold. Okay, so what is it like where you are in your location? I'm still waiting. If you're watching on YouTube, I'd like to know as well. Drop me a comment. Tell me you're watching from YouTube. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I got a notification that I had to quickly attend to. Okay. 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 Okay, okay, okay. If you can see me, I'd like you to still drop your comments. Let's know what's actually going on. Let me know what's happening where you are. We're still live and I'm getting some notifications and I'm trying to attend to them as we go on. While this is taking place, just, you know, go ahead, drop me a comment. I just hope I'll be able to read comments today. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, you know, with technology, could just experience some very funny situations at any time. Yes. Okay. Okay, so I'm back. Okay, so good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time of day it is where you are right now. I've had a bit of a challenge, but it's fine. Technology does that every time. And thankfully, I have my guest in the house. So I'm going to bring her up. All that we had discussed prior to the time she joined us remain valid. Okay, so I'm going to bring her up so that we get right into the business of the day, having spent about 15 minutes into our normal startup time. Okay, so I'm going to be bringing up. Yay, there she is sitting pretty.
Thank
Yeah, yeah.
you.
You're
Hi.
welcome. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good
It's good
afternoon. Good
afternoon. Beautiful
afternoon.
afternoon in the city of Lagos today. It's a sunny day.
Yeah, it's a sunny day.
Oh yeah. Okay. So good to have you. Good to have you join us today. Okay, so I've been talking about
Can you
some
hear
of the.
me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, thank you. I apologize for coming in late. I had a training.
Yeah, you
I
said
just
so.
finished the training. I just had to rush down to set up for this training. So I
And
apologize for the late coming. Please
it's
pardon me.
fine. It's okay.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. It's good to have you. Okay, so I had already
Thank
shared
you.
with our viewers how the first time I met you, I was yes, blown away may be very appropriate because yes, here is a beautiful intelligence. I took away intelligence that day. I was like, sounded like this woman knows her onions, she knows what she's talking about and she looks it. So who better to come and sell real estate to our viewers than Ambassador Doyinsola Kolush?
Wow.
I'd
Wow.
like you to just do a brief introduction of yourself and then we'll get right
Okay.
into the business. Like we said, today we started talking about stop dreaming and start earning because a lot of times you see that people sit back and they're thinking about several things they can do to earn money, but they never start up. So today we want to talk
Yeah.
about get to work. But before we get there,
Yeah.
let's get to meet you first.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Once again, my name is Doyinsola Dele.
Okay.
I am happy to be here today. Okay, I am an architect,
Okay.
a real estate professional, and also a coach. Right,
All right.
architecture was my first love. I saw that real estate is where the money of my first love is. Sometimes you're
Oh
chasing
wow.
your passion, and then
Mhm.
you meet money on the road.
Wow.
So it's a place where I have to merge my passion and of course where money comes through. And I've been blessed and privileged for some for through real estate. I've been privileged to coach a number of people. I work in a platform where, whether you like it or not, you have to bring up your skills of team building and capacity building among people. By the grace of God, I have over 1,000 realtors in my team that
Wow.
we've been working together to do this business called real estate. And apart from just real estate, I also do traditional comparing. I'm a Yoruba girl to the core. Don't let
Wow.
my packaging
That's Alajo.
deceive you.
Alaje.
I am tradition alaga. Thank you. I
Alaga.
am a traditional. I speak Yoruba well. I sing Yoruba songs
Wow.
well. Yeah, I just went for a wedding on a certain day, and the alaga wasn't doing well, and I took it over. And people were asking me, "Is it what you do?" So I had to go and learn. And yes, I do that too. And some interior design. I just try to be versatile in whatever I do, in any field I find myself. And I think everybody should too. So I count it a great privilege coming here, married with a kid.
Wow.
More still coming, like four are still coming.
Yes, so
So
of
that's
course,
just
of
that's
course.
it. Yeah, thank you.
Wow, amazing. Okay, wow, that's a whole lot, Like I said, I walked in
Thank
that
you.
day and it struck me that I wasn't just meeting, wasn't you're not an ordinary person, I could tell.
Thank
And it's
you.
not just about the looks. There's an air, a carriage that tells you that you're not meeting an ordinary person. And it's a privilege, really. Okay, so all these bundles in one person. How did you come into, of course, you read architecture, so it should be easy
Yeah.
for you to, navigate into the world of real estate. But tell us how you transitioned from just designing and just drawing and probably, putting template to practice into real estate. How did you transition into that?
All right. When people hear, "Oh, I'm an architect," they believe it's a soft landing for you to do real estate, but it wasn't. I joined real estate not with the intention of being in architecture. I joined real estate out of
Okay.
frustration. I was at a stage of my life when nothing seemed to work.
Wow.
Working as an architect, you
Mm,
live in Lagos, you leave your house 4:30 a.m. to get home 11:30 p.m. on a salary
yeah.
less than 150,000 naira. As a matter of fact, by the time you look at your salary, you discover that half of it goes into transportation. And then you wonder, am I working for
Right.
myself or am I working for NURTW? Who am I really working for? So
Mm,
it got to a time I had incurred some debt. So real estate for me, the person that even introduced me to starting real estate through P1 business ownership, just did not know
okay.
that architecture part of me. I, I at that time
Okay.
I had a cosmetic store where I do makeup, hairdo, nails, where I just have a beauty studio. So she is a fashion designer. So we have had a
Okay.
course to work together when she had the fashion show. I had to bring my team of makeup artists. And when she got the opportunity, she just told me, "Don't you, I believe you can do this thing." And of course, I thought it wasn't even possible for me. Like, I'm looking at sales and marketing aspect of it. It wasn't my doing, my calling, wasn't my ability. So I thought. Like, I'm an introvert by nature. I don't like seeing people. I don't like talking to people. I don't like meeting people. So she just told me, based on being into beauty, that, "Oh, don't you can also try this." I had so many things that put me back. Like, I need money. My business is not
Mm,
going well. I wasn't paid well. I had to resign. A lot of other factors. But she kept persisting. "Do you? I know you can do it." I said, "I don't know anything about marketing. If it's marketing, I'm going to teach you." And reluctantly, I just went for the first seminar, just like this. Went for the first
yeah.
training, and at that time, I knew, okay, I've been the one limiting myself. And most times, that's what just happens to majority of us. We build a false wall around ourselves, walls of impossibility. We want to make money. We just don't want to do what it makes to make money. We believe,
Mm,
"Oh, I want to," when we talk about dreaming, dreaming, we have a lot of dreams, childhood dreams, vision, you have a vision board, you're energized. But when you're told you have to leave your comfort zone to make things happen, you don't accept that. I found myself in a comfort zone. I didn't want to break. I just thought I can't talk to people. What if they shun me down? What if they don't
Mm-hmm.
listen to me? All those things don't even exist. And I nurtured them, grew them up, pampered them in my head. And I can remember after the first training, I was like, okay, let me just give it a shot. And I can
Okay.
tell you that's one of the best decisions I made in my career path. One of the best decisions so far. Because I saw that I am even wired to do this marketing.
Wow.
It's in me. I am wired to meet people. I have a gift of communication. So what is it that
Mhm.
why was I holding myself back? So it's enough to stop dreaming. It's enough to stay in that comfort zone, believing things are going to happen, believing a miracle will happen, believing, oh, we live in the part of the world where people believe 100% in miracles and maybe just 10% in the works of their hands. We believe
Mm.
everything has to happen by miracle. That's why you go to church, you go to prayers, they prophesy into your life, you receive it, you catch it, you hug the pastor, you collect incantation, you do everything. But the Bible talks about Isaac. He said Isaac sowed in the land.
So,
Isaac did not dream in the land.
yes.
Isaac did not have vision in the land.
Mm.
Before God took Isaac to Rehoboth, the man kept digging well. They kept covering it up until he sowed in the land and he reaped thousandfold. He did not dream and sleep and
Mm.
believed and received in the land. Sowing is not comfortable. It is a
Yeah.
lot of work. You are under the sun, you are under the
Mm.
rain, you're working tirelessly, you have to carry people along,
Yeah.
but he had to do it before God blessed the work of his hand.
Right.
So that was just the transitioning for me. And by the time I got in, I said, okay, being an architecture graduate was maybe
It
I wouldn't even
helps.
say it helped me because I saw people
Okay.
that were not. I got to the system. I saw fashion designers. I saw artisans. I saw um, different caliber of people. Real estate
Okay.
is such an industry where anybody can come in and thrive
That's right.
excellently. I saw
Mm.
different caliber of people that had no knowledge of architecture that had to bow myself and humble myself to learn from.
Wow.
And trust me, like I said, it's one of the best decisions. And if I'm to choose once again, over and over again, I'm going to choose that. Thank you.
Amazing. Okay, amazing. Beautiful. Okay, so let me just quickly ask this because I see the passion with which you're sharing about this industry. What was it like when you made your first sale in real estate? What was it like for you?
Oh, okay. I'll share stories on that too.
Okay.
So when I joined real estate, let me just take you to the foundation of me joining real estate. I told you I was at a point in my life where nothing was working. I
Yeah.
got married for years, battling infertility. All the money
Okay.
I was saving, I was like giving it to gynecology. I done fibroid removal, myomectomy. Nothing was happening. I did two sexes of IUI. They told me to do IVF. All my savings, all the money I can think of.
Mm.
I even went to borrow from cooperative to do an IVF. Yes, and he failed. He failed
Wow.
graciously. So it was
Mm.
a time where I couldn't just process anything. In fact, my time was like just when people talk about depression, you just don't want to exist to people's faces. It's like you
Mm.
just turn yourself a failure and something people tell you, oh, you expect a miracle and you're just giving yourself an impression. They are deceiving me. So I got to a point in my life where I felt everybody was deceiving me. My husband would tell me, don't worry, God will do it. I'll be like,
Mm.
I've spent a lot. I'm not getting younger. And I met uh, my sister as a friend. I met her, and she told me about a lady who went to do an IVF in Ghana.
Okay.
All right, we
Yeah.
went to do an IVF in Ghana, and that the doctor in Ghana has 90% assurance that you're going to
So,
get pregnant. And I was
okay.
so curious because that was the only thing on my mind at that time. If you wake me up and say, what do you want? I won't talk about money. I won't talk about profession. I will say, I just want to get pregnant. So when she told me, oh, it's 90%, I spoke with the lady. She said, yes, but it's going to cost me roughly 3 million naira to have the procedure done.
Wow.
3 million naira. And in my life, I've never seen that kind of money. If I see it,
Mm.
maybe in people's bank account, I have never touched, my account has never felt that kind of money.
Amount.
Not even
Yeah.
1 million naira, not even 500,000 naira. Yeah, I'm telling you the truth. Not even 500,000 naira. Maybe 300, 350, 400. And most time it's based on maybe cooperative paid money. I put it
Yeah.
to all the monies I can borrow, pay doctor. My metonymy was close to 400,000. That was just where the kind of money I used to experience. So when she said 3 million naira, and this is the only thing I had in mind, I started asking myself, okay, where can I get the 3 million naira? How many makeup and hair and nails do I have to do to raise 3 million naira? Or more, it will bust your brain. How many months salary you have to collect to
Put
save
together.
3 million naira? I will probably work for 5, 6, 10 years to save 3 million naira. So when the idea of real estate come, I had a why for me to look to join real estate. And that's why whatever you do, you just have to have a why. There must be a why behind
Yeah.
everything you want to do. And your
Yeah.
why must be strong enough to push you through that thing you want to do. It must be strong enough. My why for joining real estate, I would not even miss word, was to raise 3 million naira. That
Wow.
was my why. 3 million naira. And you know, when I came into real estate, I started hearing words like 50 million naira, you make commission of 10%, 20%, 15%. I was like, okay. So I just told myself, how much property am I going to sell to raise 3 million
To
naira?
me.
That was
Yeah.
it. And I started running. Started running with it. My first month, there was no sale. But if you see me, you will say, are you the only one selling properties in Lagos? I was like a madman. And if your vision will not drive you like a madman, you need to go and do it.
Mm.
It was
Mm.
really biting me,
Mm.
biting me. You know, I left the side of, oh, I'm looking for pregnancy. And I said, okay, I'm looking for 3 million naira. I
Money.
think 3
Yeah.
million naira was going to do the miracle for me. I was, in fact, people will look at me and say, when have you been in the business? I would say 1 month, 2 months, and be like, it's a lie. Because I was working like a desperate man. You know, something has to be pursuing you in this life.
Yeah.
You have to
Mm-hmm.
pursue something or something is pursuing you.
Yeah.
And a man that a lion is pursuing. We don't run the same way. Like a man a chicken is pursuing. We have
Mm-hmm.
different motives. We have
Mm-hmm.
different things. Me, it was as if a lion was coming after me. And the way I was running, like it's now or never. And I can remember the second month, somebody in my choir told me he wanted to buy an installment sale. And before then, you know, P1 Group works in a system where you can do network marketing and
Yeah.
real estate, where you
Okay.
can leverage on real estate through the gift of people, network marketing. And that's just my secret in this business. I'll still come back to that.
All
And when
right.
I started, I made my first sale. The man made an initial deposit of 25,000 naira. You need to see
Mm.
celebration. Hey, commission then I think was 20%, so 25,000. I think it was less than 10,000. What am I even saying? 5%, 10% is less than 5,000 naira commission. I was so happy because I didn't know I can sell land. I didn't know I can sell anything.
Yeah.
So selling that, the man does not know that he's even my first
Say.
first client. I
Okay.
was so happy. Anybody that cared to listen, I will show them that alert. That see, I sold land. Some people look at me and like, is this their alert? I think 3,000 something. Because by
Okay.
the time we remove tax and it was 3,000 plus. And I said, wait, once I pay tax from this commission, I'll use it to buy data and push my product more. And that was it. The third month, I made a breakthrough. Now I made a sale and it was through a Facebook post. The person saw it from my friend's post, came for inspection. Following day, make payment. I didn't even know he was going to make payment because when he told me, oh, don't you have to discuss with my wife? I was like, bad market. And The following day, it was a Monday.
Okay.
I was just called from the office that Doyinsola, your client is here. I said, which client? He said, your client just made sale. I was in my house. And by the time I calculated my commission, it was 360,000 naira
Wow.
in one sale that did not take me out of my house.
Wow.
And don't forget, I was looking for 3 million naira.
Mm-hmm.
I got 360,000 naira. So I was like, yes, at least I make 10%.
It's
I know this
something.
money,
Yeah.
nothing will touch it. Yes, like, okay, we started. 10%, I
Mhm.
have 90% to go. We move. Following month, I made a sale from a client who was going to relocate, and I made over 700,000 naira in commission. That
Wow.
was, of course, I have started spending
The
from
other
the
one,
money
the
I kept.
previous one.
Yeah, I started spending. But by the time I made that over almost 800,000 naira, I'm like, hey, very soon I will eat it. I will make this money. Then another sale came. I made over 1 million naira. Now wait,
Wow.
before this sale of 1 million naira, before I got the commission, I've already made the sale. The sale from was in the far of the person that made that 700,
100.
almost
Yeah.
800,000. It was a referral from him. And by the time I made this sale, I just discovered I was feeling sick. I went to do tests in the hospital and I discovered I was pregnant.
Oh, wow.
Hello, I was looking for 3 million naira to do an IVF.
So IVF.
I got
Yeah.
pregnant for free and I still had my money.
Oh,
So
wow.
it was for me like a point where everything just started working. Everything started working. Don't forget, like I told you, the business gives you a real estate a network
Yeah.
marketing aspect of real estate.
Yeah.
By the third month, I already had 5 strong legs that have told about the business and they were ready to run with it. I
Okay.
got pregnant. It was after my pregnancy I got that commission of a sale I made. I was just crying. I would cry and cry. You'll be asking me, why are you crying? Are you happy? I would say, you don't understand. I'm looking for 3 million. I have over 1 million. I'm not paying a dime to any doctor. I'm not even buying a drug for anything. So by the time I got pregnant, in fact, at that time, from the sale of that 1 million naira, I got my first international trip
Wow.
to Ghana.
From this group.
Yes, I want my first time I will use my passport. You will have passport and you don't even know what to do with it. The
Mm-hmm.
passport in the hope that you will travel. But for the first
Mm-hmm.
time, I got an national. I have gone to Ghana before, but it was by road. So for the first time I went to Ghana by flight for
Wow.
a just get together in Ghana. And by the time I got pregnant, 3 months after, I had threatened abortion. I was bleeding. I had to be placed on bed rest. And I was told, oh, for your kind of nature of your body, you won't be able to we won't allow you to stretch yourself and things like that.
Okay.
So I couldn't go out marketing. I couldn't go out doing anything. But guess what? Money kept coming in as if I have done juju. Don't forget, I built a leg of at least 5 strong people. I can even say
About 5.
20 at that time. And I have trained them on the business. So they were making sales. There are some days I will see indirect commission of 700,000 naira,
Wow.
200,000 naira. Don't forget, I'm on bed rest. I am vomiting. I'm seeing a lot. I am sleeping. I am seeing a lot.
For receiving a
Whatever
lot.
I do,
A lot
I
of
go
money.
to buy baby products. Before you
Wow.
leave where you're buying things, another money is coming in. And that was just my 9 month journey. I did not lack a dime and I did not work at all. So P1
Wow.
Group, the company we work for, did a place where you don't have to work actively all your life. As I yesterday, I still got commission of over 120,000 and I don't even know where they came from.
When it came.
That
Wow.
I've gotten commission. There was a time I got commission. It was after I resumed maternity, got a commission of over 1 million naira. And it took me like 3 weeks before I even know who sold. And the person's like my fourth leg sold over 60 million naira. I was credited with 1.07 million naira. And
Wow.
it just gives you a basis. And it's a business where I can do other things. And
Yeah.
into real estate, I have time to do other things. I can wake up and decide to go out to work. I can decide to do other things. I told you I do alaga, I do interior decoration. What
Mm.
business wants to give you that thing? I do my interior. I run a my beauty studio, but it got to a time a lady was running it for me, and I just had to let go of that makeup just for her to handle it, and it's disturbing our problem, our family needs. So it's only this kind of business that gives you that opportunity to leverage on your own effort and also on connections you make in the business and outside the business. So that was
Amazing,
it for me.
amazing. This is just too good, too good. Okay,
Wow, thank
you've said
you.
a whole lot of things, both inspiring and it's I don't know what to use. It's not just exciting; it inspires you to want to work. I'd like you to speak, especially
Yeah.
to women, because sometimes you
Okay.
feel that this business, I don't know, I can't say it's for men or it's for women, but I'd like you to speak to a lot of women who there are a whole lot out there have no money in their accounts, trying their
Mm-hmm.
hands on one or two things, and it doesn't seem to be working. People who do maybe not no business is too little actually, but
Mm-hmm.
you want to assist the family, you want to do things, but you're not able to. How, like you've talked about how you got into it, and last week, Mr. Festus Adenupo actually did a whole lot of work trying to explain to us how to come into the business. You pay some amount of money, you get registered, you attend trainings and all that. And hearing you talk, I hear you talk about how you must inspire yourself, despite the fact that you have people from outside who inspire you, but you also must inspire yourself to get to move
Yeah.
something. Like you said, if something is not pursuing, you have to pursue something. And then the person who that one I won't forget. The person who a lion or a tiger is pursuing is different from runs differently than a person that a chicken is. But that one is
Yeah.
profound, very profound. Depends on what is
Yeah.
chasing you. So
Yes.
that will
Yes.
determine how you're running part time. So I'd like you to
Yeah.
speak to some women who don't have a means of income at this time. They are maybe at home. You talked about when you were in the
Mm-hmm.
hospital, you couldn't go to the fields to talk to people, but
Mm-hmm.
you obviously
Yeah.
were doing some work with your phone
Yeah.
and all that. How
Yeah.
do you talk to women about how to come into the business, how to remain steadfast in the business despite the fact that they may not make their first sales in the first month or the
Mm-hmm.
second month or whatever, how to remain
Yeah.
steadfast in trying to get it done?
All right. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
you're welcome, ma'am.
This is a very important aspect, especially because I've been in that position where, as a woman, I had a lot I thought I could offer, but I didn't even know how to go about it. It's important for women to first have a vision, a personal vision, apart from vision of the vision you raise with your family. I talked about what is your why. If you cannot define your why, there is nothing any motivational speaker can say to you that will make you make a change.
True, very
What
true.
is your why? What is your why? Define your why. Is it financial freedom?
Mhm.
Because you see a lot of, I meet a lot of women too. I'm not always more passionate about women for this business because it's a business that allows you be a wife, allows you be a mother, and allows you be who you are. You can be whoever you want to be in this business. I'm always passionate because I know I told you I leave home 4:30. If the time
Yeah.
you reach office, you don't know the time you close. It's the time you leave your house, you can get. I had several times, countless times, I had to sleep over in the office. When you see it's too late, it's risky to go. Probably there's no traffic, there's heavy traffic on the
Mm.
road, and people on the road are just telling you, don't come, don't come. You have to just find a place to sleep, rush home the following day, then rush back to work. Your employer does not care if you slept in the office or you slept on the tree. Just resume. That is what your employer cares about. So I was in that situation. I was in the situation where there's this competition. Nobody put you on competition in the office. You start
Mm.
competing on dress, competing on shoes, when nobody sent you. So I got into real estate and I saw that It is just a business that fits women. And I can tell you, in May this year, May 19th, we were in Dubai. Like 60-70% of us were women. We have liberated ourselves.
Mm.
We have left, we have left that carcass or the mindset of you cannot go beyond where we have put you. You have left that box. If you are there, you are the only one there. We
Mm.
have liberated ourselves. As a woman, this is a business you can start. I told you the first major bill I had, 360,000. It came to me in my house. It was for my phone, phone, posted on Facebook. The same Facebook I've been using it for Slay Mama. The same Facebook I've been using it to
Mm.
post nonsense. Be posting motivational scriptures that don't even minister to you. All because you must just show up on Facebook. Posting nonsense.
Mm.
And at the time I had to just decide it's going to be business like unusual. I'm not going to take it the same way I've been taking it. And that was the
Right.
time I made a change in my life. So the question is, what is your why? Is it financial freedom? Do you want to assist
Yeah.
your family? Do you want to be a role model to your children? One of our ambassadors said that is what drove her to P1. Being a role model to our children. Today, two of our children are above 18 years. They are P1 business owners. They are making sales, they are university, and they are getting a lot. Is your why to also build your house and build houses for your parents? I came up with, before I joined P1, I had this impression in my head. And I know a lot of women are there too, prisoned in this kind of mindset where you believe that it's a man that builds the house, it's a man that buys
Mm.
property, it's a man that buys car for me. We grew up with that mindset. It happens around us. We don't know that we can even buy car and give it to our husband as birthday gift. We did BT. We have forgotten that we also owe our parents,
Yeah.
apart from their sons, we owe our parents.
Mhm.
We need to build house for them. We should buy cars for them as birthday gift. Not like, oh, until my husband does it for my mother. Before your husband does it for your mother, he would have done it for his mother.
For his own parents. Yeah.
For his own parents first. So are we putting ourselves in that situation, in that box where we are so much limited ourselves. So if you're that kind of woman that you don't even know your full potential, it's high time for you to get out of that box. Nobody is limiting you except your mind. Nobody, nothing, not even the sky is limiting you. There's a story of a king who at the time had a beautiful daughter I want to give out in marriage. And the girl was so beautiful. A lot of suitors, everybody wanted to marry her, fine girl, rich girl. It's like marrying Dangote's daughter,
Mhm.
you can give up, men will do anything. And
Yeah.
this man said, oh, I want true love for my daughter. I want true love. I know these people that come in, they don't really love her. And he gave a prerequisite. He said, on a certain day, there will be a contest, a competition. And guess what the competition is? It's just a swimming competition.
Mm.
Whoever can swim from one end of a river to the
To the
other
other.
end of a river is going to be the one who will win the daughter's hand. And of course, he
Mm.
will give the daughters in marriage and half of his kingdom, all these old fairy tales will be his. And on the certain day that they're going to have the competition, young men, even old men, fishermen, you're like, an amigo winner. Everybody assembled by the river. They were ready. So it's just to swim. We will do it now. And at the point they were saying, like, on your mark, set, go. He said, wait, 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 don't go. And he told some people to release animals into the water. Snakes, crocodiles, alligators, dangerous animals. They should release it in the river. And the next thing, everybody started wearing their shirts back and went back home. Hey, he wants to do juju abi. Hey, to marry daughter. I will enter
Think
this
it will be easy.
river.
Mhm.
because it's so, the way the man did it, it's so sure you can't just swim over across.
Over.
You will definitely get killed. And everybody that removed the shelf brought their things back. I started forming groups to say, imagine, no, is that how to marry daughter? Must you kill somebody? Is that how I die? I will marry your daughter. And when they were still forming groups to talk, a guy was found in the water. The guy started swimming, battling alligator. Crocodile, we hold him, we move him, said, throw the crocodile away. Before we can say Jack Robinson, the guy was at the other side of the river. Of course, he was bloody, he had blood over him, panting, his clothes were torn, he was battered. He came out, was breathing profusely, and people clapped for him. And it's only people that win that people clap for. Nobody clap for this one on the other side. They clap for him. They carried him. They took him to the king's palace. The king was impressed. Young man, do you love my daughter so much? The guy, the one when everybody got surprised, the guy said, I don't love your daughter. Why would you risk your life for the life of somebody you don't love? He said, I don't love your daughter. What do you now? Why did you enter? He said, I just want to, they washed him, they changed his dress, they gave him anything. Are you ready to meet your wife to be? He said, I'm not ready to meet your wife to be. Okay, what do you want? He said, I want to see the idiot that pushed me inside this river. That is all I want. To push that man that pushed me. I want to see that boy. You know what that means? Until you push yourself or something pushes you, nobody will clap for you. And when you get into desperate times, there will be desperate solutions.
Yeah.
So if you are a woman in your house and you are not allowing something push you, you will be there for a long time. Nobody said this business is going to be easy. Nobody said you are going to sleep and wake up and start collecting a lot. I paid my dues, and I'm still paying it to stay. But nobody will tell you, once you just join the first month. I have a success line where I told about the business, and for the first 1 year, it did not sell anything. Nothing. But it kept showing up. Power of consistency. It kept coming. When we do trainings, is there. If I call inspection, at the time, he was doing too much. I felt he was doing too much. And sometimes I just look at how can I support this guy. If I give him, he will say thank you. If I don't give him, don't worry, I'll find my way. And he made the first sale. Today, he is a super sales. T1 Plus recognize him as a super sales champion. He doesn't close sales of 1 million. Doesn't close those 2 million sales. He sells 12 million, 15 million.
Wow.
But this was somebody for the first 1 year, 365 days. It kept showing up. I'm not saying everybody's story will be like that. For me, it was like 3 months before I made my first major sale. For some people, it's 1 year. I also had somebody who came in for the first 6 months. She didn't make any sales. But she was recruited, so she was getting indirect commission. And by the time she made her first sale, she made a sale of over 15 million naira. She got 15% commission of that.
Wow.
And since then, back to back, like early this year, she made a sale of 30 million naira. Calculate the 15% commission of that. But if at the first 6 months, she felt this business is not for me, she won't be where she is today. I always tell people, real estate is not the same as boutique. Real estate business is not provision store. Real estate business is not pure water factory. Real estate business is not for it's not the day you start telling people I'm selling real estate that people will start buying it. You need to even orientate them. You need to teach them. You need to change their mindset. They need to trust you. I may not need to trust somebody that wants to sell me provision, one vita. I don't need to trust you.
True.
But I have to trust you before I can buy real estate through you. I have to have deep trust for you. And sometimes it's not automatic, like, in the moment I see you, I start trusting you. Sometimes it takes time. Of course, we have cases where people join and nothing, and the first 1, 2, 2, 3 weeks, they make sales. But when you look at somebody like that, in some cases, for 3 months there is drought. Nothing is happening because it's just an accidental sale, and you don't want to base
Yeah.
your life on accidental happening. You want to make, you want to have a premise for your life. You want to grow. It's important for you to grow step by step in the business.
Yeah.
So you can start the business with as low as you have. Get somebody to mentor you in the business. You don't even need 100,000 naira to start real estate. 52,650, 10,650, 1,650. You can start as a P1 business owner. There will be a center around you where you can go for training. If there's no center, we have online training where you can
Mm.
get the knowledge about real estate, get knowledge about our products. Our inspections are 100% free. We take you on inspection. You can go there, do video of the estate yourself, post it on your contact. It is a business of a housewife. Housewife, you can make your money in your house. And if you're working too, it's a business you can use as a plan B. Somebody have a place where something is coming up. I would not advise you to resign. Keep doing it. But always have a plan B. In Nigeria, you need at least 7 streams of income. The Bible talks about the Garden of Eden that have 7 streams flowing
Tree.
into the garden. That is
Yeah.
the garden God Himself created. Has 7 streams watering the garden. And you want to stay with one source of income in Buhari's Nigeria? No.
Yeah.
7 streams of income. So just put P1 real estate network marketing as a plan B. Make it a business you can just do on your phone. Maybe when you're done in the night, just do a little and post it. I can assure you, in few days, your plan B will turn to your plan A.
Mm.
I can assure you, I have several testimonies of people who just started all because they wanted more, they wanted extra. And when your extra takes over, I told you I
Yeah.
had a makeup studio.
Mhm.
In a month, our average revenue was say 100,000, no more than 150K average. And imagine I make sale one day 360,000. Then the
Mm.
next one said, "Am I okay to say that one is my plan A?" Plan A is shifted though.
Uh-huh.
It is where money is coming
Automatically.
from. That is plan A.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that I did an interior design business. It was a major. It was a big project. It was renovation.
Okay.
We changed a church to a school,
Okay.
demarcation, renovation, big project. But when I calculate the profit I made, I didn't make up to 200,000. It's a project that took me over 1 month. I was the one doing design. I was the one. I didn't make up to 200,000. My money,
Wow.
in fact, till now, I still have like 50,000 not being paid. That just forgave those people that carry your wallet and go.
Bad
The,
debt.
the, 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 the owner. So we don't
Mm-hmm.
now say, oh, because it's a course I studied in school, renovation. I want to stick by it, and I couldn't make up to 200,000 with stress.
Mm.
And then I made my first 360,000 in my house. Do you have any person to tell me that no, this is your
Everybody
plan
to
A
tell you.
business? So
Mm-hmm.
you just get started. Get started. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a start. Just take a step. Sign up. I can drop my number. You can always reach me for mentorship, for advice, for
Okay.
anything. It will be my greatest pleasure. But just get started. Let's see how you can change your story too. God changed mine through P1 Business Network Marketing. And that's why I always tell people God planted me because it's a point for me where everything works. I was
Mm.
able to buy a car. I was able to buy, today I have properties. My daughter has properties. Every birthday, she has a plot of land to her name. That's her birthday gift from age 1. It changed my life and it can change yours too. But the important thing is just get started. And I can
Start.
tell you, nothing is going to limit you, not even the start. Thank
Amazing.
you.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. It's a whole
Amen.
lot.
God bless
I
you
just,
too.
my prayer is that as many as are watching and that will still watch later, that they will catch
Yeah.
something that will inspire them to action. Okay, even myself
Amen.
too. Yeah, because I know I registered and I was telling Mr. Abisoye because I got registered through his wife. Okay, I was like,
Okay.
how do I sell this thing? Is it just by posting on my status? Of course, sometimes, I post on my status and people ask me, knowing that I don't know so much about those properties. The idea would be to refer them to maybe somebody who already has gone far in the business. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
think that's another
Mm-hmm.
challenge some people might have. I don't know so much about, you've talked about attending training so that you can know more
Mm-hmm.
about the products. I'd like you to end on these two notes. Because I talked about women, especially married women. I'd like you to speak
Yeah.
to, because I've heard something about some people saying, I don't want to do this business because sometimes to close a deal, if some people want you to, you know, um, you know, um, compromise your moral
Get down
standards.
with them.
That's what,
Mm.
yeah, that's one. And then I'd like you to quickly, because I know it's your forte. I've sat under you when you talked about branding, and it's ignited something in me. So I'd like you to close on those two notes. Somebody
Okay.
who's feeling like, must I have to compromise to make sales? And how can I position myself?
Uh-huh.
How can I
Okay.
position myself really to get this going? Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful question. Wonderful question. This is something I should have even thought when I was talking about women in the business. The
Okay.
truth is, you are whatever you do, there would definitely be some setbacks, some
Mm,
obstacles. I have a friend in the business who met a client, a prospect, and the prospect came on inspection. I also have my story, but this particular one, it paid me. I
okay.
just want you to know that it's two ways. Now, this lady took the client, the prospect on inspection. The prospect saw the MD, they were about to close the deal. Took Uber on like a 2, 3 hours, 4 hours journey. You know how much
Wow.
that was going to be. And on getting the client back to his hotel, the client told him, no, you have to come back. You have to come to me. You have to come to my hotel room. That's when I'm going to make the payment. And the lady said, oh, don't worry. I can. Don't worry. I'm not going to sleep with you all because you want to buy a property. And
Yeah.
that was how she lost the deal.
She lost it.
But after a while, the same client still bought that property.
Wow.
He still bought that property. He was saying, I'm trying to test you. It wasn't actually a test. But maybe later
Mm,
I just came back and thought, okay. Now there was this particular time too. I was going to close a deal, and the guy was, oh, we just have to do something. You need to, and I was like, is it property you want to buy or you want to date? He said,
mm,
it's, you give to take, and because people sometimes just imagine see you like a bank marketer, like you are under pressure. I know I'm not under
yeah.
pressure. Whatever I'm pushing is my target I want to meet. P1 did not put me on pressure. I'm the one putting myself
Mm.
on pressure because I have
Oh,
goals.
nice.
And he
Nice.
was, you have to, so what will you give me? And I said, there's a condition to this. When you buy the property, you're going to buy the property in my name. How can I buy property in your name? But you want something from me. I will not give you something. What will be my benefit? He said, but your company. I said, no. My company is not doing, I'm not doing my company any favor. My company is putting under any any target.
Yeah.
So don't think, oh, if I don't make that sale, my company is going to sack me. I
Mm,
am my P1 business owner. P1 is not going to sack me
good.
for
Good.
any. If I make this sale, I don't make this sale. I still pay. I pay. And that was it for him. Except
Cool.
you can put my name. And he said, there's no way you can put my name. I said, then that's the only thing that can make me compromise. Of course, I would not compromise him for $1 million.
Even then,
But
yeah.
for him, I had to tell him, he had to make that sense. Of course, he later bought the property and he bought him in his name. And everybody went their different ways.
Different ways, yeah.
And mind you, there are some people who that till today we did not even continue communication because I knew what they wanted. And I'm not going to give them. But if I look at the ratio of people that ask me for favors to the ratio of people that close deals, is like 1 in 10. So why will I base my career on that one,
On
one
that
percent?
1%.
Like in
Yeah.
every 10 clients, maybe one ask you out. So why will I
Mm,
say, oh, everybody will ask me out? 1%. It does not make sense. So I rather focus on the 90%. I've had clients that you even think, guys, that you even think we are brothers, asking for nothing because they know the value of what they are getting.
yeah, get it
Real
right.
estate, it's your value, it's your property, it's in your name, not in my name. And I have nothing to lose, whether you buy or you won't buy. You have everything to gain when you buy. So that was the way I used. That's one of the ways you can use to to shove off people like that. They will definitely be there, but you just have to be smart enough and know that not all deals are your deals. They're not going to close all deals. Oh, I've lost some major deals. I've lost deals that really pain me, really, really pain me. In fact, when I started, there was one that I cried. I called my father to cry for my father.
So,
That this thing pain me oh, to this extent. It really pained me. But if I had, if at that time I had given up to say, oh, all of them are like this, I won't be speaking in front of you today. I would have probably taken a different path. So
mm.
that is very important. The second aspect that has to do with branding. This business is a business of brand. I think I'll come another day to talk about branding.
Oh, please.
Branding
I'll really
is
appreciate.
branding. Real estate is about your personal brand.
Mm,
It's about how you brand yourself. You have a company that has a strong brand. P1 Group has a very strong brand. Now, don't forget, we have over 300,000 people, PBOs in the system. And
okay.
so, how do you stand out? How do you reach your clients? How do clients? Today, I had a training and I was talking about how to get clients in diaspora. And the
Okay.
truth is, clients in diaspora don't know you. Majority don't know you. Most of my clients are from are people abroad. I have a way of targeting them, getting them, and majority we have not seen. I have clients 2 years ago. They have not seen their land. They have not seen me. I have not seen them. They still give referrals.
Wow.
It's about how you put yourself out there.
Mm,
Are you putting yourself as a professional in the business or as just one marketer that just needs to make a target list?
okay.
Who are the niche you're trying to target? What value are you giving them? You want to sell to somebody in diaspora, you're telling them, bring your money, bring your money. What value are you giving them that will make them think I can trust this lady with my money?
Mm,
So branding is a different aspect. How do you put yourself out there? What content are you churning? What are your activities? This business is not just it's not a business of posting flyers here and there. What content? What activities? How are you leveraging on social media? How are you leveraging on the brand that P1 Group has put in place? How are you building on it? I always talk about the two different types of marketing. Sorry for taking time. Two
no
different types
problem.
of getting clients, and we have the hunters approach and the fishers approach.
Okay.
Most of us do sales and marketing using the hunters approach. A hunter leaves his house, goes to the bush to hide.
Okay.
After a while, he sights an antelope from afar. He starts sneaking towards the antelope. It gets to a time the antelope feels that somebody is coming.
Mm,
The moment they see each other, what does the antelope do? It
make
starts
it
running.
run. Mm, mm,
Antelope is running. Farmer is running. Hunter is running. They are running. No, antelope can run better than a farmer. Farmer
of
has
course.
gone to gun that antelope. But farmer needs antelope to settle down more before
So
he
you
can
can
shoot.
make aim and get, yes.
Yes, your mind starts calculating. If I shoot now, no,
Mm,
don't let me. You are still running while you are thinking of how to shoot. An
mm.
antelope has life to live. He will say, lie, lie, you cannot catch me. Never. I'll not allow you catch me.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the two of you are frustrated. One may win, the other may lose, but two of you
Mm,
are frustrated. And that's how most of us do marketing. You see a client or a prospect, you run after that person. The person is running. Hey, where are you? Yeah, the person is running. And the other aspect is the branding aspect that has to do with fishing. A fisherman goes. Sit by the seashore, cast his net, and sit down there. Wait. Before he left, he has put things that fishes
Dates.
will like,
Mm,
that will attract fish. He has put a bait. Thank you. He knows that wherever he is, when fishes see this bait, they will come to you. And that is where branding comes. Where you put yourself in a place that where you are seated, they look for you. They look for you.
mm,
You attract them. Your packaging, your content, the values you are giving them, it attracts them. And while you are sitting down, nobody is running. You are at ease. They are the ones running to come and meet you.
not you.
And then they eat your bait, then you can catch them and have your lunch. Now, both of them are doing business. The hunter is doing business, frustrated. The fisherman is just sitting there. The fishes came to meet him. And that's the power of personal branding when it comes to real estate business. You must put yourself in a place where people look for you. You're not the one hunting for them. And nothing works best than building a strong brand presence, both online and offline. One is you need to understand the business. But you have to wait to have full knowledge. The answer is no. You can't have a full knowledge. I'm still learning on the business. I'm still going for a
Okay.
training tomorrow. You need to just put yourself in a place where you're learning. But while you are learning, keep just make sure you're developing yourself every day
Yeah.
and doing the right things that make people or your potential or your prospects want to come to you.
To you.
I closed the deal last week, is a buy to sell. Last week, the is a buy to sell where people get 40% returns on investment to put some money. And I'm begging the client. I don't know him. I'm begging him. Oh, God, please fill for subscription form so I can process. He said, "Don't worry, madam. When I'm busy now. I'm writing some exam. When I'm done, you paid money into account. You have sent me proof of payment, and you are still telling me, madam, don't worry." And he used that word. I trust you. Don't worry. When I finish my exam, I will fill the form. I'm still waiting for the form, and he has made payment.
Wow.
So I built myself in a place where he just believes that no, this lady will not run away with my less than
Mm,
2 million. She won't run away. And I've paid into the company account. When I'm done, I will fill the
mm,
form and I will do the needful. That's a fisherman. He came to meet me. He was the one that chatted me. I was not the one that went to chat him. He was the one that saw a post and chatted me. So we will do a class on branding. And when we do the
oh,
class on branding, we'll cut across all forms of it's just personal branding, how to build yourself, how to put yourself, how to build yourself like a multi-million brand. You yourself, where whatever you sell, I say it's not even about real estate. Whatever you sell, people should come to look for you, to buy from you, to take advice from you, to learn from you. So we'll take one class, we'll take a day to talk more about that.
no
And
problem. I'm game.
looking forward to that.
I'm game, man. I'm
Thank
game.
you.
I knew that a session with you was going to be explosive, and this has confirmed it. Just look at, as in, we could go on
Thank
and on
you.
and on. But sometimes
Yeah,
you just allow
yeah,
people to assimilate what you've already dished out and then leave
yeah,
room for
yeah,
feedbacks, and then we can now move on to other things. Thank you so much. I feel like giving you a hug right now. Like,
yeah.
I'm like
Thank
just
you.
listening to you talk and talk. You just keep seeing possibilities from the things
Mm,
you're saying, and that's what makes you know that you've delivered effectively. As you're talking, people are seeing, they can visualize what you're saying, they can see themselves, inside what you're saying. That shows that you've communicated
thank
effectively.
you.
Thank you so very much, ma'am. God bless you. I appreciate
Thank
you for coming on
you.
the
Thank
show.
you.
I really,
Thank
really, I'm
you.
looking forward to our
Thank
next
you.
session. I'm looking forward to that. And that's going to be
Thank
purely on
you.
branding, like
Thank
you
you.
said. So I'm going to be taking you up on that
Yeah.
very soon. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Any last
Okay.
word before we call it a day?
All right. Last word. Whatever you need to do, you don't have to waste your time. Then let me talk about how to become a P1 business owner. I won't.
Okay.
I always use this to close up because
Okay.
P1 is a business that's transformed my life 360 degrees and transformed, like I told you, I have over 1,000 people in my network,
Yeah.
people whose life has been transformed through the business, P1 Business Ownership Forum. P1 Business they're the first real estate network marketing company in the world. We are the business, we put real estate and network marketing together. We're not the first real estate business in the world and not the first network marketing business in the world. We're
Yeah.
the first company that brings those two giants
Use that
together.
together.
Yes, to infuse the two 21st century industry together. And of course, you have raised financial giants, hundreds of thousands over time, and you can be part of us. Our vision is to make home ownership dream a reality, and our mission is to make to go to everywhere there is land and make this known to you and to teach you how to make your money and how to own your own property. P1 turned me to a landlord, turned my husband to a landlord, turned
Oh,
my children, my daughter, into a landlord. And it can happen for you. You can start with as little as 1,650 as an associate consultant or a good consultant with 37,650. What is the difference between a 1,650 and a 37,650?
yeah.
A 1,650 is seen as a passive P1 business owner. You don't really see into the vision you're part of us. So what happens to you when you make a sale? We pay you 10% commission only, and we say bye bye to you. 10%
Bye.
commission, and you can go. But and when you introduce people to the business, you are only eligible to one level of indirect commission. Indirect commission is a strategy where you tell people about the business. They come to join your network. Whenever they make sales, you get commission too. They get their full commission. You can get 5%, 3%, 2%, and even 1% commission.
Mm.
So, as an associate PBO with 1,650, you don't have more than one level of indirect commission. But as a good PBO, that's 37,650, you have 15% commission. We have an average of 15% commission on majority of our estates. You get 15% commission and you get other incentives. My dispenser, my gas cooker, I have a fridge and a freezer I have not opened in my house. They are incentives from sales. I
Wow.
have an iron. In fact, most of these things, my second phone is an incentive. Most of these things, when they give me, I have to give it back. I recently gave out a bedside fridge back to a client. I was given as an incentive for a sale I
Mm.
did. I had to give it to the client that bought
Mm.
because I don't need it. Electricity, I don't need it. I have a
Mm.
freezer, I have a fridge. I don't need it. I had to give it back as a gift, of which the
That's
client
the
really,
same
really
thing.
appreciated it. My second phone
Yeah.
is an incentive, all because I registered with at least 37,650. I told you I've gone to Dubai twice from P1 Group. I've gone to Ghana twice, all expense paid trip. Just pack your bag, get your passport ready. The only thing we'll not do for you is your passport. Go and do your passport. So as you're joining, make sure you start processing your passport because you can join and the following month you can be following us to Dubai, you can follow us to Maldives, you can follow us to US. I have people in the system that have gone to US, UK for the P1 business platform. And this can only happen if you register with nothing less than 37,650. We see you as a partner with us, like you have seen into our business, you have seen into
Yeah.
our vision, and you are ready to work with us. Apart from that indirect commission, you are eligible to get four levels of indirect commission. Three as
Okay.
a PBO and one as a center leader. That means you can get 5%, 3%, 2% commission. I told you I made a commission of 1 million naira. It was a 2% commission of somebody. And it's like me referring you, peace referred somebody referred somebody, and the person made sales. And I am here knowing only peace. Peace invited Tochuku. I don't know Tochuku.
Yeah.
Tochuku invited Abubakar. I don't know Abubakar. Abubakar made sale, and I was here in my house with a commission of 1 million naira plus. That is how the indirect system works. And that's how it's at 7,650. And of course, you can join with 52,650 and above. In that level, you still get all those things I mentioned in
Benefits.
7,650
Yeah.
plus a home ownership pocket. where your 15,000 is a 15,000 naira difference. Your 15,000 is translated to point values, and your point values is getting accumulated over time. In at most 5 years, you will be eligible to a property nothing less than 1.5 million naira. It can be as much as 150 million, depending on how you work. Yes, it can be that much. We are looking at getting people properties in Banana Island, and it can happen
Wow.
with you. So you can come in. You also have the privilege of getting founders bonus with 52,000 CGT and above. A founders bonus is a platform where whether you work or you don't work, you get paid. You don't do anything. I've been listening to the founders bonus. My first payment was 36,000 naira. I don't do, and you don't have to do anything to get it. It will get to you. It will get to you, and it can be as much as 4.5 million naira and even more. It can be a plot of land, it can be anything. P1 Group is a company where everything you want, all your desires, driving
Mm.
brand new car, getting all expense paid trip, furnishing your home, name it, sending your children to the best schools, your
Wow.
retirement plan is through the founders bonus, driving your luxurious car, buying the house of your dream, being who you want to be, building house for your parents. You can get
Mm.
all those through P1 Group. The important thing, like I said earlier, is get started and let's move like a moving train. Nothing's going to stop us.
We
Thank you.
move.
We
Okay.
move.
Oh, wow.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, man. God bless
Thank
you.
you.
You're just so passionate
Ayo.
about it. It shows, it exudes, and it rubs off on the person who's listening to you. Okay, so
Thank
I'll be
you.
sharing her contact in the comment section so that if you want to
All
reach
right.
out to her, please do. If you want to reach out to her for
All right.
mentorship, for questions, for
Yes.
clarifications, whatever, I'll drop her contact so that you can reach out to her. So thank you very much, Ma. I'll be letting you go for
Thank
now because
you.
I know you have so many other things to attend to.
Thank
And then
you. Thank you
we'll
very
talk
much.
more and then we'll find out when next you can come. Mwah, much love.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Much
Bye
love
for
from
now,
this
Ma.
side too.
All
God
right.
bless you. Bye.
God bless
Bye.
you. Okay.
Amen.
Oh, oh. Okay. All right, guys, that has been our show for today. I want to appreciate everyone who could join. Unfortunately, I couldn't read comments today because the app I used for today did not show comments. But I'll be going back to all the other platforms on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and I'll be checking out for the comments that you drop. And then if there are questions there that need clarification, I'll be forwarding them to her, and then whatever the response is, will come back and give it to you. If you need direct clarification, like I said, I'll be dropping her number so that you can call directly and clarify, get whatever clarification you need. I'll be coming your way again next week. It has been a beautiful session, wasn't it? I'm sure you can agree with me that she shared so passionately. She shared from a place of experience that tells you that she has been through it and she knows that you can actually go through it and become successful in this business. Okay, so like I said, I'll be coming again next week, obviously with another guest. Maybe same guest, maybe another guest. Will surely give her time to at least rest on this. But if she's willing to come again next week, oh, definitely we'll be having her talk about the branding. We have agreed on the topic. Until then, like I always say, be the reason someone has a huge smile on their face. The world is already a hard place. Okay, get to work, get to work. Call the numbers, decide that you want to join in on the business, um, attend the trainings, find out what training center is close to you, or maybe online details as to join any of the trainings, find out what it takes. Get to work. You never know who needs to get a property around you. And if you need to buy one, reach out and we'll be linking you with a P1 and you getting properties that you'll be happy that you had somebody who walked along with you to make it easy and seamless. See you again next week by God's grace. Bye for now.